Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved here on the Adrea Evolved server. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment on the video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. I am flying back to the base here on a brand new Quetzal. This is a very special Quetzal. I went out specifically looking to tame a Quetz, and I managed to get really lucky on my first Quetz that I found was a 150 with quite a high wild weight, and managed to tame him up. Followed him all the way out to the murder snows and got him trapped on a mountain top there. So I was able to tame him up fairly easily actually. Took 13 Rex Kibble on the taming modifiers that we have, and it's also a male. I got really lucky with this because the one we've got is a female. So I now have a oh, I'm stuck on him. Try that again. Thank you. Yeah, I now have a 150 wild male and a 145 wild female. And if we have a look at the stats on these people, we have 42 health and 46 weight on there, the important stats, and 38 attack damage. And on this one, we have 41 and 29, but 41 stamina. And on here we have 23 stamina. So if we make these two together, we might be able to get a really good high level Quetz. But it'll also be imprinted, so we'll get a bonus for that. So we should be able to get an absolutely monster Quetz out of these two. So I've actually started up my breeding program over the last day or so, couple of days. I have been getting together some of the gathering dinosaurs and mammals. So I've got a couple more Dodix and a couple more, at least one more Ankylosaur, and I've been mating these together. So the offspring of these two is in here now. Let's see how he's doing. How are you? 201, and you're 90% mature. So we can leave him for a while, he'll just stay there and mature, that's no problem. In the breeding room at the moment we have two Dodies. Have these actually mated yet? Yes, okay. So we have an hour and 40 minutes on that gestation. So I can now actually take these off wandering and unhitch them. So disable wandering on you and unhitch you, and we can drive these. I'll leave you inside here because you're going to give birth in the next hour and a half, and you can come outside. So I managed to get 3 female Dodix, all of various style. I managed to get a few more and I saved the best ones basically. I did a mass taming session of Dodix, saved the best of the 3 females. I got 4 Ankylosaurs in total, but only one of them was any decent when he tamed out. So all the others kind of put their dump stats into oxygen and stuff like that, but this one came out quite well. So we've ended up with a 36 in weight and a 36 in attack there, or in damage. Whereas this one's got, one we had before has 18 damage and 27 weight. So the one we've got in here is already a lot better. So you got the 36, only got the 18 though, so we're going to have to make this one again with this one out here to try and get that all-important attack damage on, because then he'll be able to harvest more from all of these metal nodes. And as you know, as we saw last episode from the new mod, the CFK mod, or CKF mod, this one, you need a huge amount of metal for this. So yeah, we're going to be stockpiling a huge amount of metal. Anyway, I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to cough. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to wait for this Dodic to give birth, and we'll see if we've got a decent Dodic. Okay, so it should be any minute now that this baby comes out. It's only 5 seconds left or so. And there we go. Level 224. We'll try and get this. Why are you not moving? Are you stuck on the baby? That's not good. Right, I need to get you off of here. Walk towards me, please. Thank you very much. And you can now stay. Need to imprint on this baby. No. Out of the way, mother. Thank you. And now we can imprint on the baby. We can access the inventory. And this isn't all that important at the moment because it will get fed by the nanny. But the nanny has a chance sometimes of actually not feeding it, and I've had a couple of babies die because of it. So I like to put the initial food onto it first, and then make sure the nanny can take over. You can see it's eaten 5 of them already, so I'll just shove a few more on. I'll babysit it through the first couple of stages of this, through the first few berries. But we can see through the scope. Come on. Ah. Looks like we may be having some trouble. Having a bit of a lag spike here. That's not good. Try it on this one. No. Not sure what's happening at the moment. We may be rubber banded like crazy in a minute. But I'm still able to access his inventory. I'm still able to put stuff into him. How strange. Can't use any of my hotbar stuff. Let's see if I can use it from the inventory. No. Well, let me try and figure it. Ah, there we go. How odd. I don't know. So 39 weight, 35 damage, 43 speed. So he should get some of that. Being a baby, he should be much faster than these guys. So this one is on 160. He is on 160 at the, or 161 at the moment. So that will go up as he matures. And it is a he as well. Let's put some more berries on him. And he should be good to go now. I should be able to let the nanny take over. Just make sure that she is actually working. Got plenty of honey in her, plenty of berries in her. So this guy should be absolutely fine. Take the wander off. Disable wandering. And we will change the follow distance to lowest, so that when he wants to go for a walk, it'll be much easier. Now I can't actually take this off. That is odd. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, we'll bring her back outside here, put her back with the other dodies. Yep, still can't. This is the adolescent Ankylosaurus we saw before. He is at 98% maturity now, and we can see he has 98% imprinting as well. So he will reach 100. Melee damage of 524, stamina of 752, movement speed 262. I can't wait to ride this guy because he's going to be really fast. And I don't like the slow dinosaurs. I mean, I've said before, I don't like being slow in Ark at all, so the most I can do to speed up the game, the better. I've already brought over one of the Quetzes up here. You can see just up there. So I brought over the male. So I'm actually going to bring over the female as well, and I'm going to get them mated. so that I can raise that baby overnight as well. Then we'll talk about these scorpions as well. So if we head over here, hope this isn't some kind of bug. We can put the saddle onto there. What happens now if I put this into the one slot? Nothing. Odd. So we've got the second saddle, we can go over, park this girl next to her new mate. Just like this. And from here we can hitch the dino and enable wandering, and these two should now be mating. Ready to mate. Enable wandering to mate. Aha! Enable wandering. So now that they're hitched and wandering, they're not going to wander around anywhere. And we can see mating bar is going up. So yeah, this should be fairly easy. We'll wait for this for the egg to drop. Once the egg does drop, it will be sucked into this through here. This hatchery will basically suck it into it, and you can see this pteranodon egg that I birthed before is now at 1% incubation as well. So I could hatch this one out as well and have all three of them going overnight, which is what I might do actually. Anyway, I think while they are mating, I'm going to relog, see if it fixes this issue here, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so relogging does seem to have fixed the issue, thankfully. So I can now actually take weapons out and stuff as needs be. You can see in here the Quetz egg did end up in here as well. So parents 231 and 224, this should be a really nice powerful egg. Hopefully anyway, I hope I don't have to stick it in the sea. So, I'm going to actually hatch this pteranodon as well now. Get all the breeding up the way at the beginning of this episode so that we can kind of get on with something else for the rest of it. So if we drop this, don't consume it, done that before. That is incubating, and it'll only take 20 seconds or so. Now this was a mix between two level 150 pteranodons. They spawn around this beach area, so I sometimes get lucky with them and kind of bag a really high level one. So I've had a couple of 145s, a couple of 150s, and I think this is one of these 150s, Takeover and Tessa here. Oh, I got twins. Imprint on that one. This is my first ever set of twins. Come on, imprint on your one. Thank you. Access accessory, inventory, put some on you, and on you. So what did you two come out like? They should be identical, so 44 health, 47 food. Didn't get the weight, got the melee damage though. And you are exactly the same, I think. And 212, that's a bit disappointing. I think they might both be for the bin. Because if we have a look at the parents, Tessa, oh, this is Takeover here. So 37 weight, 43 damage, and 44 health. And this one for 47 health, 47 food on that one. And the other ones were fairly decent, but nowhere near as good as this one. So I was hoping to get most of the stats from the male. Unfortunately, it looks like I got most of the stats from a female, and therefore they haven't turned out that good. Turned out lower level in both of the parents, and they haven't both died. They're over here because they're following me. How wonderful. keep doing that. Forget to take them off follow and off wandering, and I end up just going places, and I think they've died because they're not in the same place I left them. So that is a bit unfortunate with these guys. I'm going to have to... we've got the health, I suppose. So these are male as well. So yeah, I don't think these are going to survive to next episode, to be honest. I'm not even sure they're worth keeping as backup ones, because they've only got 24 wild levels into stamina, and that's one of the ones I was hoping to bring up. So the Dodie is going to be really nice. Didn't get everything that I wanted. If we have a look at wild levels here, 29, 35, 30 and 39 are the... So yeah, 29 health, 35 damage, 30 stamina and 39 weight. Just having a big lag spike here with cell vision. That happens occasionally when you're looking through binoculars and stuff and moving around. And again, well, I can't walk through the door. Not having too much luck in this episode. There we go, there's a rubber band. Might be the server doing a world save. So we'll have a look at the father here. It's the 42 health is what I wanted. The 36 per 30 he got. And then from the mother I wanted the higher weight, 39. So it's 36 or 39. Which did he get? 39, yeah. So we got the better weight, which is good. That's what we want from a Dodie. So yeah, anyway, I think that will do now for the kind of the mating and the breeding in this episode. Let's get on to something else. Well, the Ankylosaurus is just about to tick over into maturity. He wants to be hand-fed comfort food of Apache eggs, or Apache egg kibbles, but we don't have any Apache eggs, so he's not going to get it. But as soon as he gets mature, 99.9 now, then we have a saddle on here we can stick on him, take him out and see just how fast he is, and clear out some of these nodes over here. I can get my griffin out. That's better. Come on, take over. Won't be another minute or so. Anyway, whilst we're waiting for him, I've been doing a bit of thinking about what I actually want to build instead of all of this stuff. And do I want to kind of build on the beach here? Or my other thought was, up where the Bronto and the Gigas are up here, this entire field is essentially like a safe zone in the Highlands. There's nothing dangerous that spawns within this field. As soon as you get over this ridge into the kind of the big sloping field here, this is where the Allosauruses start spawning, and then up this side, get some speed going up. I've built up a big house on this farmland here, we can see. And so I'm thinking about taking this house down, let it all spawn in. Taking this house down, turning it round on its, so this is the back face, and we can have this as a big kind of main building, and then everything down here can have a wall going across this bit here, and then everything down here can be almost like a little village. We can turn this highland area into a village with small houses all over the place, because it's too bumpy to build anything really big. As I originally wanted to, we can kind of wall it off or railing it off along the side here, kind of like I suppose the English country fields. You have stone, what do we call these, stone walls, going up along this ridge here, all the way along. But I'll show you this house as well, just while we're waiting for him to mature out and gather some more materials. Because I love the design of this house, and it took ages to get the roof right as well. But there is a Giga spawn within this field sometimes, and there's also Allosaurus spawns. So this is the entrance to it. We have 2 dinosaur gates, a behemoth gate, 2 main doors, and oh yes, there's a Titanosaur spawn as well. I've called this Velasquelf. Anybody that knows their Norse history will know what Velasquelf is, or Norse mythology I should say, not history. And if we head inside, you'll see I've kitted it out inside as well. But again, this is going to be something which I may end up pulling down. I'm going to keep it up for now, see if it fits in with the new build, and see if I can just kind of replace out some of the stuff rather than getting rid of it in its entirety. So we've got a big room at the back here with some doors going into it, and then each of the sides here there is a room, kind of a 6x3. So there's one here, one along here. Keep pressing E to go into these, I keep forgetting I've got them on automatic open. And then the last one along here, and it's exactly the same on the other side. So I was going to use this as kind of a, I don't know, a community area, hotel kind of thing. I was going to stick a big bar downstairs, but I think I can do it a lot more justice with the new mod. So I may end up pulling all of this down, but I'm going to leave it up for now, and we'll get on with some of kind of the infrastructure of the village, the walls around the side to make it safe from the Allosaur spawns, and kind of placing down floor plans of buildings is basically what I want to do. Over the next couple of episodes, just trying to get an idea of what space is available, how many different things we can do. I want things like a windmill, a tavern, I don't know, a brewery attached to the tavern, blacksmith's forge. If you can, in the comments below, let me know, give me ideas about what you might want me to build up here. What might look good, like a big watchtower or something. And if you've got any designs or have seen any designs anywhere that might look good, whether they're from Ark or anywhere else, from Minecraft, from real life, from photos, anywhere, just let me know, send me links, and I will have a look. Oh yes, I've sent those baby pteranodons out here so that they're not going to take up the important feed from anyone else. So yeah, let me know what you want me to build, and I'll try and do it justice. So let's see, are you done now? Yes, yes, yes you are. Okay. So we ended up with 11,000 health, 752 stamina, oxygen food, no one cares, weight 1,000, over 1,000, that's good, and movement speed 275. Stick the saddle on, this is going to be fast, I would imagine. Much, much faster than it used to be. Still not absolutely amazing, but let's see what we get out of a metal node. This is just a regular metal node. So we get 336 and they get destroyed in one hit. That's nice. Pegamastics, go away please. Oh, we've got another one coming in as well. Stole the cooked meat, right you go, now you need to die. See how powerful he is. No. Put these into there, put that onto there. Where did you go? I think he's going to eat my meat before I can get to him. Blimey, you're 140. Stole my canteen? Oh. I had both of them, that's good. At least he didn't lose anything. Okay, now we can get back to what we were doing. Killed a dodo as well. Where is he? Oh yeah, I was going to say, I bet he was on attack my target. There you go, there's one of the pteranodons dead. Oh well, what a shame. And there's the other one. So I quite like the fact we can get rid of these ones in one go now. And we're getting a bit more metal than we did before as well, so that's good. So yeah, I'm going to gather up a load of metal and get some supplies together, and then we'll start looking at a couple of floor plans. So yeah, back in a bit. So I've been playing around with this castles mod, and I've managed to come up with a bit of a cross section of the wall that I'm going to be building. And here it is. It's quite big, it's quite bold. It is 3 high walls for the main walls. This will stop pretty much anything getting in. I've got some standard entranceway throughs here, which if I grab a, I don't know, where's not here. Not sure where the other direwolf is. But anyway, a direwolf can fit through this, no problem. So that's the main kind of land dinosaur that I'd go out on. There's a bigger dinosaur gate here, but if I want to take some larger creatures through. I haven't got any of the behemoth gates in yet, but I'll work those out at various different stages throughout the wall. And then there's these big towers here that kind of take you up to the top of the wall. So I'll show you inside now. I've done some of the interior as well. You can see here I've got like a cart and a cloth pouch and archery target here just along. This would be the inside of the wall here, and then on this side would be the outside of the wall. You'll see the differences on the inside, why I say it's the inside and the outside. I've got a nice little shield on the top there as well. And the fact that you can put these up on walls makes me wonder whether I can actually build a proper longboat on a raft and have the shields all the way down the side. I think that would be pretty cool. So anyway, we go inside the room here, and you can see it's kind of standard inside the wall. And then through here we have the main front room. So we have the arrow slits out so we can shoot outwards at anything. This is the outside of the wall. We have a couple of rug skins on the floor and various different interiors to make it look a little bit lived in. And then through here we have a spiral staircase going up and a little chest underneath there. So I'm mixing together the castles, keeps and forts mod along with the medieval props mod. It gives some quite interesting perspectives, because these cloth pouches are from medieval props, as are the cart outside and various things, the rugs and I think the table as well actually. And so we've got a small storage chest here as well. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit these rooms out, how I'm going to light them. But I'll have a look through the different mods that we've got and the different vanilla stuff as well, so it might be interesting. The wall torches might look quite good in here. And if we head up again, up to the very top, you can see these are the main battlements up here, with wooden rails going all the way along the side as well, just for some kind of extra protection. And it makes this kind of all continue round. I'm not fully sure about these wooden railings, but we'll see as we go along. I've realised now this stuff is really quite expensive to build with, this keep stuff, and I've realised just how much of a big project this is going to be, trying to traverse all the way up that hill with this stuff here. And you'll see what I mean when I get to. This is something I really haven't worked out how to deal with yet. We come back down here, and when we get to where the slope kind of goes away, so it's not a nice flat gradient anymore like we've got on this beach, but when we're going up this hill we're going to have a lot of this where we're needing to go up and down slopes, and the foundations in this mod don't stack. So we could do something like a vanilla stacking where you put one beside it, put a pillar up, a ceiling across, pillar down, and fill in the foundation in the gap. That may work, it may not work, I'm not too sure yet, I haven't tested it out. But because these materials are really quite expensive, I don't really want to be testing too much. What I may do is something akin to Minecraft. If I open up a solo player world on Ark, then I can kind of spawn in as much as this stuff I want and use it as a creative sandbox. But I'm having fun at the moment just playing around with the details actually in the game here. It means that I'm collecting up resources within the actual game so that we've got those resources to use, and whatever I do destroy I get some of the resources back, so that's okay. So I'm quite happy with this as it stands at the moment. I'm just not too sure what to do here. I could build it up with walls, but then do I keep this the same height, in which case this will end up being like a 12, 13, 14 wall high wall in places. So if we grab some walls and some ceilings, I've built up a load of stuff in here as well. So we just grab some walls and ceilings, some ceilings. Don't actually need that many, I've only got 4, haven't I? So that'll do. And a few more walls. Where are my walls? There we are. Built a ton of walls. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to need, so I'm going to take a fair few of those. So I'm going to drop off the foundations. So we come back out, what happens to the kind of a size of a wall? Is it going to be too much when we get down to kind of this level? I know this is going out into the sea here, but this is kind of a test environment that we've got here before we go out into the kind of the main field, which incidentally is a field. So if we start putting these up like that, and then along the other side as well. This is as far as our foundations go out here. It's going to be a bit difficult to tell because we are underwater, but I'm sure we'll get the idea of it, whether it's just going to look too much or not. And I think I might actually have to go upstairs. Get rid of that. Come into here. And one thing I have put into these rooms here is all the way through the wall I've put hidden doors. So we can go through into this room. There's a nice hidden door here. Takes you out into the gateway and through again into what will be the long wall going off. So if we put the which one is it? Number 5? No, number 6. There we go. Oh, of course it's raining again. Might have to cut off whilst it's raining, just head inside, get my otter. Because I am actually freezing now, so yeah, I'm going to grab my otter and wait until it stops raining. Okay, so the weather's cleared up now at least. The reason why I do that is because the rain in this game actually makes me dizzy whilst it's raining. All that kind of white down the screen, constant movement, and it gives me a headache as well. So that's why I tend to stop recording while it's raining and just kind of head indoors, let it settle down, so that I can actually continue playing. Because it's been a couple of times I've actually had to quit out of a game because I just couldn't continue, basically. So are these able to be held open? Yeah, disable auto closing. Disable auto closing. There we go, so we've got a way through. That'll be better. We'll grab some more walls. And a few more ceilings I think as well, because I'll need those up the top. And I'm going to need yet another batch of metal soon as well. I think I've just run out of metal. I think I've used about, on everything that I've got so far, about 15,000 metal. Right there. It'd be awkward to do this. I need to close this door. There we go. That's better. Just the last few walls in here. One there, and the final one in there. So that is, so from inside it doesn't look any different, but we do have all of this down below, which is still a wall. So it would end up being this tall, where this would be the ground, and you'd be looking up at the wall like that. Now, is that going to be too much, or are we going to have to kind of stagger it down? Say have a maximum of the 3 walls above the foundation. But I don't know if we can do that, because it would be too much of these railings. One thing that the mod doesn't have yet is a battlement that goes up the ramps, up the gable ends. So it ends up essentially just looking like that until you put something down below it. So this battlement here isn't actually attached to a ceiling, it's just attached to the wall, as you can see, well, to the gable end, but it's not on the top. So what ends up happening is if we grab this one, so we've got one there, and if we put this one there and take out that wall, it ends up starting to look like this. So it's a very staggered wall and it doesn't look too great. So I'm unsure about what to do with that, and I'm unsure about how to actually stagger the walls, because I think that this is going to end up being too much flat surface on there, and I don't particularly want to have windows or anything in. And it's possible I could have some arrow slits in, but I think they're better on the towers and with the battlements above. So having this going all the way along I don't think will be too bad. But as soon as we get into a completely flat wall which fills the screen like this, I think it's going to be a bit too much, especially with the textures on here. They're not the best textures in this mod as soon as you get up close to them. So yeah, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other really, when it comes to how to solve that problem, because we do have a lot of gradients to solve here. So what I would like to do is I'd quite like to get your feedback on this. If you're watching this video, could you please write down below what you think of this, what you think I could change, make it better, what you think we should do with this problem here. Do you think we should step it down and keep the wall a solid height all the way along, so it's only 3, well, there's 2 different types of solid height. There's having it only 3 walls high, or having it a strict height across the top like this. So the 3 walls high one would end up being, I think, something like this. So if I take all of these out there and that one above, and so it'd come down like this, and you'd have railings here, railings here, railings here, and then the wall would go off there. But it would still follow that 3 wall height all the way along. So there are your 2 options. Please let me know down below. I will read the comments, and before the next episode comes out I will try to make a start on all of this. I'm going to work out where to put the first of the towers, and yeah, so I think we've kind of run out of time for today, so Thank you very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.